My next guest on the show is Sully from Sullivan Guitars. Sully, are you surviving day one of the show?
Oui.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so we
sorry.
do this in French.
Oh, ah oui, bien sûr.
Tell me, Sully, I think we did an interview last year.
Yeah.
Is that your second NAMM show, or you did a NAMM show before that?
Oh no, I've been coming here. Our first NAMM show was in 2017.
Okay.
So we took, we weren't here in 2021 because it was canceled.
Yeah.
We're not here in 2022, but we were here after.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've been here a while. This is my second year being in the Boutique Guitar Showcase, which I'm very happy to be a part of.
Yeah, and you brought some beautiful guitars. So
Thank you.
Let me flip the camera. So we have some very colorful instruments. So where do we start? What do you want to say?
Why don't we start over here?
Yeah. Okay.
So this is our 71 Trella model. This is our flagship model. This is, as you can see, this has a single humbucker in the bridge. This was kind of a special one-off, kind of like a concept car kind of idea.
Okay.
Because the way that we make set neck guitars, the neck extends usually into the pickup cavity.
Okay.
And it's hidden that way. So making this happen required a whole lot of engineering. But the end result, I think, is very successful. And the fact that we have this sunken in a little bit further into the body allows us to bring the bridge down a little bit more. This is a very, very, very sleekly playing instrument. It's already, we make guitars that go fast.
Okay.
This one does that maybe even a little bit better, which I was very surprised because, we're used to fast guitars. So this has a roasted maple neck. We'll show you the back in a minute. It's got a flame roasted maple fretboard with our signature hollow block inlays. It has a spoke wheel truss rod. Throughout 2025, we're going to be converting all of our models to having the spoke wheel adjustment, just because it's just nice to just have it there, and then you don't have to worry about losing your truss rod cover. When we go to the back, we have a very sculpted neck heel. It's very comfortable. Contour belly, fun little design covers. So this is roasted maple. It's got some figure in it, and it's an oiled finish, so it's very, very, very comfortable, very fast. And it's got hip shot locking tuners to keep everything moving, keep everything nice and easy to change and easy to use. So there's that.
Okay.
So I didn't have this model last year, but this is called our Stardust model. This is my trying to reach out to fans of offset guitars.
Yeah.
And if we look closely between this one and the 71, this doesn't exist without this. Because in order to make this, we divided this into quadrants, flipped the bottom around, softened the point. We kept the cutaway the same, but then we offset the waist and then extended it up here. So these are very
nice,
very, very, very related to one another.
Kind of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde of guitars.
Ah, bien sûr. So this has a Zero Cody neck. This one is a bolt-on model. So we've got Zero Cody. It's an oiled finish, which is very, very smooth.
Yeah.
It is. So Zero Cody is like I believe it's in the rosewood family. It's from Mexico. It's a really, really, really lovely looking wood. It's a great wood for necks and fretboards. You can see it's bolt-on, but we've got a nice sculpted cutaway to get upper fret access nice and easy. It's got, like all of our guitars, it has stainless steel frets, hip shot locking tuners. This has a hip shot fixed bridge and a really fun liquid lavender metallic finish. And to give it, this does already kind of have like a 60s retro kind of Jetsons kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
And then, with the pick guard, we just got some clear acrylic and sprayed the back silver, which gives it this really neat frosted kind of look to it. Kind of, it gives you a few different visual textures.
Excellent. And now we move to something completely different.
Something very subtle, very, very demure.
Very jazz oriented, yes, definitely.
Oh, the jazz guys love this.
Oh,
guitar.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm zero. So this is our Supernova model. As you can see, this has 24 frets, stainless steel, and this has a roasted Purple Heart fretboard, which is a very sustainable replacement for ebony.
Okay.
We've been using it for about 2 years now, and I love working with it. It stays black, and that comes from the roasting process. So you know, a lot of people with ebony, they prefer like, I want dark ebony.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to find, and I don't want to dye it. And so we want to find some other alternates, and this has been a great one for us. I really like using it.
But Purple Heart wood is usually kind of purple, right?
Yeah. And then
so there are some variations which are completely black.
They're completely black, and I think that happens during the roasting process.
Okay.
So that kind of takes care of all of that.
Okay.
So we have this finish. We call it glamouflage.
Camouflage, yes.
It was based. We had a wonderful client who had a guitar built with a camouflage pattern, and soon after, a good friend gave me this windbreaker from like the 90s, and it was magenta and like yellow and black and
I remember that era. I definitely wore that kind of stuff.
I mean, of course we both did. We're very fashionable people. Look at us. We know.
Yeah.
And another one of my wonderful clients said, you should make a camouflage, but like in this color palette. And we can't just call it camouflage, we have to call it glamouflage. So this one, it's a mahogany body. It's got a Floyd Rose trim. It's got Fishman Fluence pickups, volume toggle switch. We turn around to the back, to this lovely metallic magenta. So this is a set neck model, but we do our best to keep it nice and sculpty and comfortable to play. Easy upper fret access. We've got the output jack on the back of the body. So you know, it's very common to kind of put it here, where if you're putting it on your leg, the cord will hit you. So we don't want that. And then this has a rechargeable battery pack for the Fishman Fluence pickups, so you don't have to worry about 9-volt batteries. You can just plug it in with a USB. It's a little strange to do that for a guitar, but these are the times we live in.
Yeah, because those are active pickup, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's our Supernova.
And then we have one more beautiful instrument to show you.
This is our 71 Trella model, which is a little bit more traditional looking. As you can, so we've seen, I like a lot of sparkly finishes. I like bright colors. I like things that are just kind of fun. And this one is a little bit more traditional, but I think it's still cool. I like aged finishes. I like that all of our guitars, in one way or the other, give you kind of permission to be a little different, maybe to be a little extra. I mean, you know what it's like when you've got your favorite jeans on and you're like, I look good. And you put one of our guitars on and it's like, I kind of feel like a rock star. Like I kind of feel like a little bit of a superhero. And I want you to feel that way. We need joy in our lives. So I'm trying to do what I can to kind of supply that.
That's a good mission you have.
I try and, but with the aged finishes, you know, I know that they're very polarizing. Not everybody likes them. And that's okay. But what I like about this is that this gives you permission to not worry about knocking it over, to not worry about dinging it. Some people don't worry about that stuff, and that's cool. But I've had enough people not want to take my shiny guitars on tour because they're afraid to scratch them or to ding them. And I want people to see these guitars. I want them to play these guitars. I want to do whatever I can from an engineering standpoint or even from a finishing standpoint to make these things as easy for you to play as possible. So, our 71 Trella, a more traditional dual humbucker layout. This also has the roasted Purple Heart finish, fretboard rather. We do use stainless steel frets on all of our guitars. I do like the feel. It's a more of a slinky feel. It's a little more, it's just faster. And you know, I know that some people may not really like shreddy guitars because the necks are too thin, and we do our best to like give you something that fills your hand, so it's still thin, but it's not flat. It's comfortable, and it also gets out of your way, so you can kind of be the best version of you that you can.
Okay, excellent. Show me the back of the guitar.
Yes, sir. So, we've got a two-piece mahogany back. It's like ribbon mahogany. It glows, you know, it's very chatoyant. You can see some of the really neat checking that kind of happened in the process. And even though it looks traditional, it's still got wonderful fret access. Looks great, sounds great, gets out of your way.
Excellent. If people want to have more information, where do they find you on the internet?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay.
At Sully Guitars on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, sullyguitars.com. Come to NAMM and say hi.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Sully, and thank you a lot for being a continuing supporter of the Guitar Channel. It means a lot to me. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Bye-bye.